Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Starling Park and the Bears Classic. It is finals day. Nice sunny day down here again. A lot less wind, so hopefully it will make for a very interesting day with the bats. First game up this morning will be Waitakere Bears versus Howick in the 4 versus 5 playoff section. Winner will continue through. I believe the loser will be out of this one. Coaches and umpires just getting their bits and pieces sorted at the moment, so we'll be underway very shortly. But while we do that, it looks like the Bears will field first this morning. So in the starting lineup for them on the defensive side will be Sachi Clark on the hill. She'll be pitching to Kiara Taimai. Rebecca Bromhead taking up first base. Tanila Matangi will be in second today. Karina Hale will be playing third with Michaela Cross to her left in shortstop. Sam Smith out in left field. Kyla Bromhead taking up the centre field slot, and rounding out the starting 9 will be Taylor Maxwell out in right field. DP for this one will be Shire Hale. She'll be hitting in the 3 spot. And Tyann Bromhead Lamalu will be the designated runner for this one. Offensive lineup for Howick this morning. Chantel Jacobs will be leading off. She'll be followed by Caitlin Kramer, Michaela Etheridge, Jordan Murray, Olivia Dixon, Natasha Taylor, Jessica Volk is their DP, Hannah Greenaway, Kyla Oliver, Alia I'll get this wrong, I'm sure. Stachowski is pitching for them. She won't be batting. And Sam Greenwood will be their designated runner for this one. So Bears just going through their warm-up pitches now. Only a few minutes away. We'll be back in a sec. Just about there. So Waitakere Bears playing Howick this morning. They were the last game of the day for Saturday. Bears taking that one out in the end, just by the 2 runs. Quite a close game. But we'll see how they go today. So first up for Howick is number 10, Chantel Jacobs. So first one down from Clark, ball inside. It's actually hardly any wind out here at all. We don't want to jinx it, but it's actually a beautiful morning out here in the Waitakeres at Starling Park. The last couple of days that wind has been coming off that range like an absolute fridge. It's just been frigid conditions. But beautiful day. Barbecues are out, food is up. So if you've got a bit of spare time, come on down. They've got a fairly extensive menu there to choose from. And that'll be driven out under the shortstop And Jacobs will go through safe at first. They'll bring up the first runner on and the runner home from third. Put the first runner on the board for Howick. So next up for them will be number 2, Caitlin Kramer. Ball high. So I'm just trying to play catch up here. They were playing fast pitch rules for the last couple of days. I don't believe they are today, but I could be wrong. No one's popped down to short. So they'll take the lead runner. And that'll bring up for them number 15, Michaela Etheridge. She's shown the intent this morning. Big swing, but that'll foul off. So you just confirm they're not playing fast pitch today, just standard rules. Driven hard down to Amatangi at 2. And a beautiful double play there with the feed from Amatangi to cross on second and the throw back to first to bring up the first side away for Howick. No runs in. We'll be back heading into the top of the second. Okay, welcome back. First side away, no runs in for Howick on that one. So quickly just running through their offensive lineup. Alicia Stachowski's on the hill. She's pitching to Jordan Murray. Hannah Greenaway in first. Kyla Oliver is taking up second. Michaela Etheridge on third base. In the shortstop slot today will be Caitlin Kramer. Out in left field is Olivia Dixon. Chantel Jacobs taking up centre field, and their starting 9 roundup is Natasha Taylor out in right field. First up for the Bears though, number 43, Tennille Amatangi. On the outside for her first pitch. Amatangi electing not to swing, but straight down the centre for a called strike. Popped down. And a little bit of a collision there at first, but Amatangi will go through safe and give Bears their first runner on. Next up for the Bears, number 69, Kyla Bromhead. Hit hard by Bromhead, but that'll curl down the first base line and foul off. She'll come back and reset. On the inside for a ball. Amatangi still holding it one. Driven with serious force down that third base line, but just on the inside, outside edge, sorry, fouling off. Like a millimetre or two to the right, and it would have been an absolute screamer out to the back fence. Time called just for they throw a peek back in the dugouts. There's no loose obstacles out on the diamond. Hit hard and deep. It's going to go straight over the head of the centre fielder. In doing so, Amatangi will sprint. She will come home. And that will give the Bears the first run on the board and will give Bromhead a stand-up triple with that deep drive out to the back fence in centre field. Bears jump ahead 1-0 in this one. Next up will be the designated hitter, and that is number 15, Shire Hale. Ball low on the first one there. Good solid heat pitch straight down the centre, called strike. 1-1 the count on Hale. Just dropping down low, moves it a 2-1. Punch down to the third baseman. And they checked the runner at 3, just held on that nanosecond too long. Hale will go through safe at first. So runners in the corners for the Bears, and that'll bring up number 25, Karina Hale. Down the centre, called strike. Shire Hale will advance to 2 on the steal there. Not willing to throw down with a runner on 3. Punch down by Hale. The throw is high and loose. So that overthrow at first meant Bromhead came home very quickly, and the runner out on 2 just kept on going and came through as well. So 3 on for the Bears. Karina Hale delivering the single there. 2 RBIs, and they'll bring Tyann Bromhead Lamalu out to a run for her. Next in the box though, number 9, Rebecca Bromhead. Swing and a miss from Bromhead. Evened up 1-1. Went for the change-up, but just dropped short of the plate on that occasion. Young lady on the hill, very impressive throwing change-ups yesterday. Bromhead will swing, just fell back on that one again. So 2-2 the count. Little foul off. So holding 2-2. Just fouling back on that one again. A little bit of a late swing. On the inside. Bromhead Lamalu steal to 2. Takes the forced play out of action now. And job done by Rebecca Bromhead. She's advanced Bromhead Lamalu through to 3. She'll take the out at 1. And then will bring it into the box now for the Bears. Number 17, Taylor Maxwell. First one down for her, swing and a miss. Runner in the corner, just needs to punch that gap. Big swing by Maxwell, but that'll foul back. There's that change up again. Just about caught Maxwell out. Just skimmed off the top of the bat and fouled back. Okay, quick confab out on the hill. Looks like we're ready to go now. Fouled back again. So Blues out on the field today. We've got Tama Howard behind the plate. Matt Snedden will be out on the bases. Big punch by Maxwell. That'll drop short of left field. So she'll go through safe at 1. And in doing so, we'll bring in the RBI of Bromhead Lamalu to move the Bears ahead. 4-0 on this one. Next up will be number 27, Sam Smith. On the outside for a ball. Good start for the Bears this morning. 4 up in this one, still at the bottom of the first. Swung, fouled off. So 1-1 the count on Smith. There's that attempted change up again. We're just dropping short of the plate. Maxwell will advance to 2. Down in the dirt. Maxwell will take a lead. A nice block by the catcher, so she'll hit back to 2 on that one. No advancement. Three and 1 the count. Smith's got one up his sleeve here. Getting the outside edge that time. Stacked up now, 3 and 2. I was wrong, sorry, 2 and 2. No, I was right, 3 and 2. And there's the fourth to send Smith down to down to first. And in doing so, Maxwell will quietly shoot across to 3 without too much attention being made and steal that base in the process. Next up for the Bears, number 3, Kiara Taimai. She'll take the strike. Smith will advance across to 2. They're not going to try and risk the throwdown with someone on 3. Swung, fouled back. So just a little pop shot down there to second base. She won't make it in time to first, but in doing so she will bring in the RBI Maxwell. And Smith will advance to 3 on that one. Next up, number 5, Michaela Cross. Swing and a miss for her first. Again, ball coming loose, clipping the front of that plate, ricocheting up. So Smith will come home on that one. Bears 6-0 up this one. 1-1 the count on Cross. Swing and a miss for his second. Got a piece, but that'll foul out over one. And a swinging strike to end the inning for the Bears. Not before they did a pretty good job with the bats there. 6 runs in for this one. We'll be back heading into the top of the second. Welcome back. Finished running around. Just had to make a couple of quick adjustments there. Bears 6-0 up on this one. Top of the second here at Starling Park, the Bears Classic. Game is 4v5. See who goes through to the next round. Currently in the box for Howick. Number 8, Jordan Murray. As always, shout out to our sponsors, Hollywood Fish Farms. Without them, none of this would be possible, so a big thank you to them. If you do get the chance, jump onto their Facebook page or website, have a look. They do a nationwide service. There is a lot of online stuff there for you. And from what I do here, the service is absolutely fantastic. Driven down by Herder Short. It'll be a fumble on Cross at short, and that will be the error that will allow Jordan Murray to go through safe at 1. Next up for them will be number 11, Olivia Dixon. Nice diving effort by Tomo behind the plate there, trying to catch that little pop foul. Just couldn't hang on to it in the glove. So Dixon will get out of jail and come back, reset, have another shot at that one. Bunt laid down. They'll take her going to 1. In doing so, though, she has delivered the sacrifice bunt and has moved Murray through to 2. Next up for Howick, number 5, Natasha Taylor. Driven hard, but that'll foul down 3. Just a wee bit early on that swing. Plenty of intent and power in it, though. Just outside. Driven hard out into left field. Picked up by Smith. She'll throw into cross at short. But a nice single. And that will also advance Murray through to 3. So runners in the corners now for Howick. Time called by Tomo behind the plate. They'll head off and just have a quick confab on the hill. They'll just be looking to shut this down. Just the one out so far. Right, back and ready to rock. So at the plate, number 3, Jessica Volk. She's showing the bunt. She'll pull back. So the throw down to 2, they went for it, but I think they might have forgotten that runner at 3 because in doing so, Murray has come home with a hiss and a roar and will put Howick on the scoreboard for the first time today. Hit hard over the head is short. That'll head also out to left field. Ball's loose. But they'll decide to hold that runner at 3. Now runners 2 and 3 and in scoring contention once more. So Nuku calling time. He'll head out, just have a chat to the girls, settle them down. They won't want to let this lead get away on them quickly. Look at that, coffee has arrived. Once again, big thank you to Michelle Cross and Kim Smith down running the kitchen today. I think they've even roped old Jack Cross into it. Did a fantastic job yesterday, sold out of food, so it can't be bad. So if you've got time, come on down, see them. So chat is done. Nuku heading back into the dugout. It looks like we're just about ready for a restart. So currently up for them, number 7, Hannah Greenaway in the box. Should be looking to get herself on, at least bring one of these runs home. Swing and a miss from her for her third. So currently in the box for Howick. Number 4, Kyla Oliver. So just looking, score is showing a 6-2 run here. I'm thinking it could only be 6-1, but it's alright, we'll check that one after this inning. The ball high on Oliver. Rise ball in again from Sachi. We're about 4 or 5 inches just above that zone. So 2-2 the count on Oliver. Popped out to centre. Bromhead will settle comfortably under that one, taking the catch, and that will be the third out for Howick. We'll be back in a second, heading into the bottom of 2. Okay, welcome back. Sorry, I had to leave you in silence there for a second just while we checked those scores. But yeah, it is only a 6-1 game at this point in time. First up for the Bears. Number 43, Tanila Matangi. Left-handed slap hitter. So she'll just be looking to pop one through the slot there. Use the speed that she's got. There it is. She's hammering down to one, but just a step or two short to get there in time. One out for the Bears. Next up, looks like one of the changes already being made. So Kyla Bromhead will come out and Kayla Clark will come in to bat. So Clark fouling that one off. She'll reset, have another shot. On the outside, ball called. So 2-1 the count on Clark. Punch down, that'll foul down 3. So again, the girls just wanted to use the breeze here to their advantage. Just a short pop up and over to a shortstop will get them through to 1. That Windle just holding enough to drop it in the pocket. Mind you, nice and easy to say it while you're sitting behind the fence. Not so easy to do when you're actually out on the diamond. And a ball high for the 4th ball, so Clark will head on down to 1. First runner on here in the bottom of 2. And that'll bring up the DP for the day, number 15, Shire Hale. First one down, called strike. So Shire, younger daughter of Karina Hale, very prominent softball family. Plenty of power with this lot. Saw her smash a triple the other day. On this time though, the little pop-up bunt going completely the opposite direction. Should have gone down, went up. They'll take the catch on Hale and Clark will get back to first in time. So just the 1 out. 2 out for the Bears so far, and that'll bring into the box number 18, Maya Lupton. Lupton getting a chunk of that, but that'll foul down 1. Inside ball on Lupton. Clark taking a fairly good lead there, but she'll head back to first. And a swing and a miss from Lupton. Clark, however, will shoot across to 2 on the steal. So it takes the force out of play. Down in the dirt, coming loose out of the catcher's hand. Clark will slide across to 3. So in scoring contention now. got a good solid piece, but it'll foul out over the fence. It's fouling off again. Good battle getting underway between pitcher and batter here. Got a good solid drive on it, but just a little bit late on that swing and fouling down one. Fouling back again. We'll see who wins this one. Neither one wanting to give it an inch. Switching sides, fouling down three this time. I mean, great work from a batter to actually stay in there. And it's horrible for a pitcher too. You know, takes that standard potential sort of 4-5 pitch on a batter, and you're now up to sort of 8, 9, 10. It's all energy depleting stuff. Ball on that one. So stacked up now, 3-2 the count. And a ball high, so the batter wins on this one. And Lupton will head on down to one, giving the Bears runners in the corners with Lupton on one and Clark on three. Nukanuk will come out, he'll call for time. They'll bring out the courtesy runner. So Lupton will head back in. Bromhead Lamalu will head out to one to run for her. Next up for the Bears, number 9, Rebecca Bromhead. Popped it, just came off the top of the bat, fouled straight up onto the net. On the inside, ball called. Lamalu will steal down to 2. Ball high. Yes. Punch down by Bromhead, but that'll foul down 3. Ball high. So stacked up now, 3-2 the count. She swung on it, just caught a fine piece to foul it back. And a ball down low. So the patience from Bromhead holding out. She will take the fourth ball and head on down to one. Bags stacked for the Bears. Bromhead on one, Bromhead Lamalu on two, and Clark on three. That'll bring into play number 17, Taylor Maxwell. Quick time called by Howick. They'll just have a chat out on the hill. Maxwell, another one for the Bears, very proficient with the bat. And if she slots a gap here, it's going to change the scoreline quite considerably. Just about ready to go. Swinging on the first one, that'll foul back. Went for the change-up. Ball coming loose. Clark came screaming home with a dive. And you could only describe it as a precision dive to avoid that hand that was trying to tag her. I'm sure there'll be some looks at the replay of that one later on. But nevertheless, Clark comes in. And the other runners will also advance. So force is off the table. And it looks like Howick will also make a change and bring in a new catcher. She'll go through some warm-ups, so while they do that, we'll take a break and we'll be back in a second. Okay, warm pitch is complete. Looks like we're ready to rock and roll again. So Maxwell in the box, just one strike. First one down for a ball, second one down for a ball. Ball again, Maxwell holding. So a 3-1 the count on Maxwell. She's got one up her sleeve, doesn't need to just swing here. No disputing that one, down the centre. Stacked up now, 3 and 2. Driven down to short, to second, and they will pick it up with a scoop through to first and bring up the third out for the Bears. Not before they racked up a couple more, so the Bears leading this one 7 runs to 1. We'll be back in a second.
The next big thing for Easton Fast Pitch has arrived. The Ghost has revolutionary double barrel technology with 2 full-length barrels constructed together that essentially eliminates all vibration. The collision between the outer and inner barrel creates an explosive sound unlike anything you've heard before. The softer outer barrel has the lowest compression in the game for maximum performance right out of the wrapper.
Okay, welcome back to Starling Park. Top of the third here. Bears are jumping out to a 7-1 lead in this one. First one down. Bit of a hesitation from Cross in the hop and skip there for the throw. Just couldn't get it there in time. So next up for them will be number 2, Caitlin Kramer. She'll lay down the bunt. And, pardon me, Sky Martin had gone through to 2. It was rounding to 3, got caught in a hot box. Throw from Amatani to Cross at 2. Brings up the redemption for Cross in getting that tag and bringing up the double play on that one. 2 down now for Howick. Time called. Nuku will head on out to the mound, just have a chat with those girls. It was a beautiful double play there. Not 100% sure why she rounded. Oh, did I? Did they not? Oh, they missed the one up first. Sorry. Getting really excited. Where I thought they had the one at first, they obviously didn't. She's still out there. Thank you to Karina Rue over there, the official scorer for this game for Auckland Softball, pointing that out to me. So just the one out. So adjustments are made. So Caitlin Kramer is safe on first, but the runner heading to 2 was tagged out. So 1 out so far for Howick. Still a 7-1. Change being made. So looks like Sachi Clark will head back in, and Karina Hale will move across onto the hill. So Hale just going through some warm-up pitches now. We should be underway in a second. We'll see. Looks like they might move the DP out onto third. So Shire Hale may be taking up that slot. We'll confirm that in a second. DP is in third, confirmed by coach Nukunuku as he wanders past. So, mum on the hill, daughter on third. Warm-up pitch is done. Looks like all the paperwork is done. Scorer has been updated. And we're ready to get back underway and play some ball. Top of the third, Bears still up in this one, 7 runs to 1. And in the box currently is number 15, Michaela Etheridge. She'll go after that first one. More a hack than a swing. That'll foul off. Full swing that time, but still fouling back into the fence. Through the rise. Caitlin Kramer taking a fairly good lead off first there, but she'll dive back in time with the throwdown. So 1 and 2 the count here on Etheridge. Popped up, but that'll settle comfortably into the glove of Cross at short. And now I can officially say there are 2 outs for Howick. Next up for them, number 8, Jordan Murray. Rise ball on the first. Second one down, rise as well. It's 2-0 on Murray. Got to say, an absolutely pleasant day out here at Starling Park compared to yesterday. Just a light breeze, still a little bit of sting in it, but certainly nothing like yesterday. Sun is out, no clouds in the sky. Can smell the food cooking there, gets the old taste buds going. And a ball down on the inside for the fourth. So she will head down to first. Caitlin Kramer will advance through to second, and that will bring into the box number 11, Olivia Dixon. Swung and fouled off on her first. Swung under that one, popped it straight up onto the net, so that'll foul. 0 and 2 on Dixon at this stage. Runners 1 and 2 for Howick. Top of 3, coming up to about that hour mark on the play so far. Driven down, and the runner will be out, collecting that ball, running through. One of those really unfortunate things that just happens. And unfortunately that will be side away with 2 left on deck. We'll be back heading into the bottom of the third. Bears still leading this one 7 runs to 1.
big thing for Easton Fast Pitch has arrived. The Ghost has revolutionary double barrel technology with 2 full-length barrels constructed together that essentially eliminates all vibration. The collision between the outer and inner barrel creates an explosive sound unlike anything you've heard before. The softer outer...
Okay, welcome back. Bottom of the third here, 7-1 up for the Bears. Currently in the box for them, number 27, Sam Smith. Swung on the first one, that'll foul back. Smith not having a bad weekend with the bat. Went for the change-up again, but just dropping short. Actually pass ball for the catcher with no runners on, so no damage done. 1-1 the count on Smith.
Well, Lani just managed to get here and get set up to help you with the rest of the day.
Yeah,
good
morning, Chopper. How are you, mate?
Yeah, good one. Good first up match up this morning.
It is. Dropped down by Smith. Short will come through, but they won't get there in time. Smith just put the hammer down, so she'll go through safe at 1 and give Bears their first runner on here in the bottom of the third.
Ooh, slow roller there on this artificial turf. Of course, you got to get up on it as a fielder, and it proves the point you always run it out. Well done.
On this turf, you've got to play aggressive, otherwise you just will run out of time every time. Next up for the Bears, number 3, Kara Taimai. Hit a grounder down to third. They'll take her at 1. But a job done. Smith will advance to 2. And the Bears will be in pretty steady control of this one so far. Like we said earlier, 7-1 up in this one. And next up for them will be number 5, Michaela Cross.
I'll be very impressed with Michaela Cross. Last year, she emerged into the senior program, predominantly as a designated runner. But this year, full-fledged player.
And there's where we talk about the dedication of that run down to 1. You know, it just takes that minor error, and in doing so, they coughed it up this time. Cross will go through safe. And while that ball was spilling, Smith will round and come home, bringing the Bears through now to an 8-1 lead.
Yeah, perfect example. Just put the ball on play. You never know what's going to happen there. To be fair, Cross was going to be out if the throw was held at first base. But hustle down there, causes a bit of pressure.
Yep.
And then Waitakere Bears pad this lead. Of course, they go on to win this one. They will take on the next match. Will be game 3 in the playoff championship Sunday. And that'll be against Marist. They finished 3rd after the round robin of play over the first 2 days of play.
Looking strong too, Marist, this season.
Yeah, win that game, and then they can get to the semi-final that'll be straight after it. But it'll all be back-to-back-to-back games.
So there we go, talking about the errors again. The first pitch down from Noa was high. Cross with her speed back to south. She went out to second. A throwdown was not the best. Skipped straight through to the outfield, and what did she do? She popped up and kept going around to 3.
Well, she's a threat to steal at any stage, isn't she, Michaela Cross?
Every time.
And when you've got a healthy lead like this, you want to put the foot down. It's a nice aggressive base running for sure.
Inside ball on that one. Cross at third, just taking the jump. She's ready. She's certainly got the legs to get home quickly, so another error here. We'll see another run come in.
Right fielder playing in shallow here for Howick, trying to defend that. Left fielder is back deep because of the power hitter up to bat.
That'll foul down 1. Just a wee bit late on the swing there from Noa. Got good solid contact. It'll just about head out to the back fence, but when she's on the right-hand side of that first baseline, it ain't doing anyone any good.
Well, it looks like we've been through 2 days of quite blustery conditions. And the temperature has just got a little bit better and better as we've gone through the weekend. Today, proving to be the best day of weather for sure.
Yeah, absolutely gorgeous weather out here today. Great day for final softball. As we said to the people at home, without the wind here, it is worthwhile coming down today. You're not going to freeze in the grandstand, so come down, have a look, have a feed, and sit back and watch some brilliant softball being played. So the change-up just not working for her today. Yesterday that change-up was absolutely lethal. It was almost like it was floating in on feathers. Hasn't been able to settle it down today. It's either been sort of short of the plate or high. High again on that occasion. And down low. That'll bring up the fourth ball on Noa, so she'll head down to the one. Runners down the corners. Noa on first, cross on three.
Well, here we go. Get your pencils and pens out, scorers.
Oh, he's already been at it already this morning.
Coach Nuku. And for the 31st change in the game here today.
Yeah.
No.
This one, however, it looks like they're just bringing out a courtesy runner. So Noa will head back in, and replacing her on first will be number 43, Tennille Amatangi.
Well, she's another threat to run, isn't she, Omatangi? So Waitakere Bears picked up an insurance run already here in the innings, but they are looking to pad that even further, aren't they?
Absolutely. So two speedsters in the corners, and in the box currently one of the 200 club, ever experienced, number 2, Kayla Clark. High and outside on that one. Evens up 1-1 the count.
Isn't it interesting when you watch these athletes as they go through their careers and when they get to the, I'm not going to call them twilight years of their career, but definitely in their senior part of their career, they mature as ball players, and their hitting stats, even though physically they may not be as athletic as they used to be, but mentally they understand the game, they read the game.
That knowledge of the game just can't be replaced. And like you said, they might not have the power anymore to actually try and put it over the back fence, but what you do see is the switch where they go technical, and they can start putting that ball into the pockets and into the slots.
Yeah.
Which, hey, at the end of the day, objective is get on base.
It sure is. And you want a clutch. When you're in clutch situations, you want a veteran up there if you can, because they are going to know where the location is going to be best hit the ball, and they'll have a game plan when they come up to the plate, what they want to do on a drop ball in and out. The same with the lifter. So just that experience, right?
And that was interesting having Stephanie Tixeria here yesterday, talking and listening to the knowledge of it and watching her describe these batters and where potentially they will hit. I mean, that knowledge that they have in their heads is just huge.
Students of the game, that's for sure. And that's why you've noticed the young players coming through the system, if they're going to do any good, they're the ones that hang around the ballpark because they're just studying and watching.
So it is change up again. That'll foul down 3. Left field coming across for it, but can't get there in time.
Well, that change-up comes out of the back of the hand, by the way. So that's the change-up that reduces in velocity huge amount.
Interesting watching the pitcher and batter battles this morning. I mean, I think we've already had a couple of sort of 10-pitch at-bats.
Right.
I mean, it's got to be taxing on the pitchers if they're having to do that all day long.
Well, we know that obviously softball pitching is economical on the body. However, you're on day 3 now, right?
Yeah.
And some of these pitchers have clogged up a lot of innings. Just trying to bring up the statistics for you to help you with that. But,
Punch down to short. She did well at blocking that ball. Couldn't glove it though, so Clark will go through safe at 1. Cross, as we said, the speedster just came hammering home on that one. That'll bring Bears through to a 9-1 lead now, and Amatangi will settle into third, ready to pounce. Next up for the Bears, number 15, Shire Hale.
unusual defensive shortstop here for Howick. Caught out on this artificial turf a couple of times, so maybe kind of new to playing on artificial turf. But wearing a face mask at shortstop. We see it in the corners and the pitches, that's for sure. Not normally very often do we see it at second and short.
Seen a lot overseas, eh?
Yeah,
The
definitely.
overseas games.
Yeah, and coming in more here in New Zealand at the moment, and I endorse it for sure. Oh, that's technique right there, isn't
And
it?
look, these where we talk about that experience. So, deep, high drive out to left field. The throw came in. Amatangi with that speed just came hammering home. Clark rounding and having the presence of mind with that diving slide to get under the tag and go safe.
Yeah. Oh, no man's land. Oh, Greta Howe just with a Texas leaguer and a no man's land there. And she just keeps on trotting. Don't look at me, don't look at me. And just trots into second base. Normally you hear her before you see her.
Yep. Yeah,
I'm thinking about
absolutely.
the voice.
Yeah. You can't mistake old Corita. And I mean, it doesn't matter how bad the day can get at times, you'll always hear her having a laugh, which is brilliant.
Yeah, exactly. There's a late as a.
Good solid drive by Bromhead, but just down that third base line again. Haven't got the wind to contend with today, so just a little bit early on the swing this occasion. Bears just jumping out a wee bit here. 10-1 the lead. There's that change up. Bromhead just getting a whisker of a bat to it, so that'll foul back.
Rebecca having herself a good weekend here for Waitakere Bears.
Yeah, and look, when we talk technical players and experience, I don't think I've seen a more technical player or someone who puts more time into this game. You know, even when we come down and train with the young fellas and that, she's usually down here, she's usually hitting balls off tees, just ever trying to improve that technical game. Quick adjustment to the gear there, ready to go. On the outside.
Four for 15 this weekend so far, 267 batting average as Rebecca Bromhead. So she knows how to get it done a little.
Ooh, she looked back at Tama on that one. Nevertheless, strike called for the third, and that will send Bromhead back to the dugout and end the innings for the Bears. We'll be back heading into the top of the fourth. Bears leading this one 10 runs to 1.
Bats are made for the way you play, plain and simple. We've got a bat designed to work for you when it counts. Game time. With 22% stronger carbon fibers, the Paraflex composite barrel allows for even more precise weight distribution on the CF9 than ever before. We can put the weight closer to the handle for slappers, distribute it evenly along the barrel for contact hitters, or toward the end cap for power hitters. You should never have to settle for a bat designed for the masses. By building with this stronger composite, we can also use fewer materials. This makes for a lighter swinging bat with a Texas-sized sweet spot.
Okay, welcome back. Top of the fourth here at Starling Park. We did have Natasha Taylor up, but drove that one straight back to Karina Hale on the hill with the throw to Rebecca Bromhead. So a quick 1 up, 1 down so far for Howick.
Well, Karina Howell, replacement pitcher here for Waitakere Bears. She comes into the match. 2 games. She's faced 15 batters so far, 1.2 innings of work. Just the 1 loss in her record. She's picked up the 1 strikeout, 3 walks from 7 runs that she's given up. Only 2 of them earned, to be fair. And that will give her a 8.4 ERA.
Okay, so number 3, Jessica Volk into bat. Popped up. Amatangi in second will comfortably get under that one. So again, another one quick in, quick out. 2 down now for Howick.
Moving real fast here, aren't they? And why not? No use mucking around, mate. No use mucking around.
So next up for them, number 7, Hannah Greenaway.
Howick's a young team, obviously. We can see that this year. Greenaway, one of those. But, you know, with youth comes the future, doesn't it? And they keep on plugging away. This Howick team in the future will be very, very good.
Yep, look, they're all coming through, and we saw it yesterday with the Bears, with Marist. So many young ones starting to come through the grades now. So popped over 3 and just settling on the outside edge there. So close. She just about had a clear pathway through to first on that one. She'll come back, reset.
New head coach for Howick this year, of course, Rick Dwyer over there at third base. So lift up the coaching program. Pitching coach is normally his repertoire.
Okay. So swung, fell down first that time. Punch down. Hale will pick that up at 3, and the throw through to Bromhead at 1 to complete the inning with the 3rd out. We'll be back nice and quick. About bottom of the 4th coming up shortly.
La la la, how I try like that. Oh, I'm at the bank again.
Okay, welcome back. Bottom of the 4th, 10-1 up for the Bears. In the box for them, number 17, Taylor Maxwell. Getting dangerously close to mercy time here. And there's that change up again. Maxwell swinging and missing.
Right out of the back of the hand. Well, Alia Tchaikovsky, who comes into this match for Howick, is actually the statistical leader for the tournament. He comes in with a 0.55 ERA. Obviously, that'll jump out a bit with the 10 runs.
Pops hard out in between centre and the left. Maxwell will keep going. She's coming around for the triple. And she will settle in there. That's ball's loose. She started having a trot down the home plate line, but Maxwell delivering there with a stand-up triple. Sorry to cut you off there, Chop.
No, that's all right. It's interesting what a difference the days make, right, though? Because Tchaikovsky, as we said, she came in 12.2 innings a week, 10 strikeouts, 3 walks, given up 11 runs, but only one of them earned because of these fast pitch rules. That's why she's got that measly ERA coming into this one. But 8 hits, 1 home run. So she has definitely got to work it in front of her now if she wants to continue in this tournament.
So next up in the box for the Bears, number 27, Sam Smith.
I noticed, Lonnie, you brought a nice comfortable seat today. You're up to it, aren't you?
Yeah, sitting on that seat for about 9 hours yesterday. My backside was getting a bit dead in it, so we've gone for comfort today.
The day 3 seat.
The old man seat.
Very clever. Not your first rodeo, eh?
No, we've done this just a couple of times now. Popped up by Smith, but second will settle in comfortably under that one for the catch. They'll hold Maxwell at 3. So no advantage gained on that one. And that'll bring up one of the young ones, number 3, Kiara Taimai.
Obviously, after this match here on Diamond 1 will be the 1v2 game. First major semi-final.
Popped by Taimai, so that'll find the slot in between centre and right. And Maxwell will cruise on home. And that should be the ball game with the Bears mercying Howick 11 runs to 1 here in the bottom of the 4th.
I've got to say, Waitakere Bears have come out on a mission today, haven't they? It is their tournament. They want to get to the title game. They've got to go back to back to back to back to do that. And have they started on the right foot? Get the sticks going. That'll help them no end. 11 runs on the day, mate. They'll be very, very happy with that start.
They'll be ecstatic with that start. It was good to see them come out. They literally came out in that first inning firing with those bats. They're on a mission. And I mean, let's face it, it's finals day, so you lose one, you're gone.
Well, congratulations to Waitakere Bears. As we said, coming up next here on Diamond 1 will be the major semi-final 1v2. That's Otahuhu taking on the Mount Albert Ramblers Club. Lauren Parker for Otahuhu will take the rubber against Tyler Morrison, ex-Bears player. And that matchup, the winner will go straight to the 2:15 grand final here on Diamond 1 as well. All games on Diamond 1 will be streamed live from the Waitakere Bears YouTube channel. Of course, over on Diamond 2, Waitakere Bears will continue to play because they'll take on Marist. They can win that game, Lani. They'll go to the other semi-final, sudden death semi-final, before the 2:15 game against the loser of Otahuhu and Ramblers. So the chance is still there for Waitakere Bears.
You never know. All right, people, we'll see you shortly with the next game. Until then, stay safe.